Andre back with another one, and we are officially now in trade seasons. Yes, as of today, December 15th of 2024, NBA teams can now start making trades as there are 85 players that are now available for trades. So let's take a look at some about pretty much just two trades. Dennis Schroeder got traded from the Nets to the Warriors for De'Anthony Melton, and if I'm not mistaken, a second round pick. I think somebody else got added to that trade. That's what's up. I think that's good for the Warriors that they get Dennis Schroeder, who's playing some of the best basketball he's played in a couple years already, averaging 18.5 points, 6.5 assists. It's only been 23 games, and they're at 10 to 15 start, which is pretty much close to the playoffs hunt. But this is not going to be the first team that's going to be doing this, because y'all know that the Nets do want to tank a little bit just to get one of them high draft picks. So they're starting off with Dennis Schroeder having one of his best seasons. I think this reminds me of his year. What was that, 2019 and 2020? Not 2020. 2019 is one. I feel like 2020, maybe 2021 was another year where he was playing really good basketball. And then people had a lot of question marks whether or not Schroeder still had it or not, but clearly he does. Clearly he does. He balled out in the Olympics, and he's doing it here. So I think adding him to the Warriors bench gives them another go-to scorer. It gives them someone that's going to play make a little bit more. And, when Curry's resting, they can assure that there's still going to be some buckets getting, something they definitely need. Now, De'Anthony Melton, who's on a 1 year, $12 million contract, apparently he's out for the whole season with a torn ACL. So, that kind of sucks. But, hey, it is what it is. Brian Windhorst said that the Nets had made pretty much everybody available for their roster, so we definitely should expect more trades from the Nets moving forward. But I think this is good for the Warriors, allow them to get veteran point guard, more scoring off the bench, a nice playmaker off the bench, and then getting rid of a player who couldn't play minutes for them anyway. So that's good for the Warriors. In other news, we also had the Pacers acquiring Thomas Bryant in a trade with the Heat. They sent Thomas Bryant over to the Indiana Pacers for a 2031 second round pick for the Heat, and that was pretty much it. The Pacers did lose both Isaiah Jackson and James Wiseman to torn Achilles tendons. So just Thomas Bryant adding another big man on their line, the Pacers' big backup lineup would be solid, I guess. But honestly, I'm not too sure what to think about Thomas Bryant. He has a couple runs here and there with a few teams, but all in all, I don't know. I mean, playing probably as much minutes he's going to play nowadays, about 50. He's been playing only 11 minutes for the Heat, so I was assuming that took up to about 15 to 20 minutes a night. When Bam sits, they can bring him in. If I'm not mistaken, didn't Thomas Bryant play for the Heat before? I feel like he played for the Heat before. I'm not 100% sure, but he probably not have. But he really hasn't been too much of an impactful for a player, especially as a backup role. So that is what it is on that side of things. But I mean, it's solid, nothing too bad. The Heat now has to replace Thomas Bryant within like 14 days or something like that. They gotta add something. What they're gonna add, who knows? But it should be very interesting moving forward. But that's about it. Like I said, the trade seasons are now starting. Right now, everything becomes official. But I'll catch y'all on the next one.